thought about your manager, your club side, that thing that you think you are not happy about. Here is the platform to bant and rant on radio. You know how you do that? You do that by getting to us. Join the conversation. 0913 655 6952. That's the number to call. 0913 655 6952. WhatsApp is 0913 655 6864. 0913 655 6864. I would really love to throw the WhatsApp line very open in the studio today. So right from now, you can send your WhatsApp messages so that obviously we can do this together for the next 42 minutes. I am not alone in the studio. Obviously, guys, I have my brother with me, coming here with a black shade, Oluwatishe Benson. Good morning to you. How are you doing?
Good evening, Yemi. Good evening.
Oh, you remember it's good evening. Yes. I'm saying that because you are wearing a black shade.
No,
Hope you are seeing very well.
Yes, I can. Okay. That's how I know it's evening.
Oh, no. That's how you know it's a black shade. That's no problem. Also have with me my brother Sheon. Good evening to you, Sheon. Yeah, I hope you are not in the morning. You can see very well.
Yeah, good evening, Yemi. Good evening to Diamond fan love out there. I think it's good to be in the studio for the first time, and let's talk sports.
Let's talk sports. Good to be in the studio for the very first time on your shiny supreme radio station. Don't forget, guys, you can send in messages on WhatsApp. I'll call the number again slowly. 0913 655 6864. Before then, let's quickly get through the roundup of the top things that happened since the last time we were here. The last time we were here, we've not played the Manchester Derby. But now they've played and we know the results. You want to know? It's 3-0 in favor of Manchester City, despite the confidence from the Manchester United fan. There's a lot of things that they've sold before that game. They said for Pep Guardiola, he has always been Ruben Amorim's child. Ruben Amorim knows how to beat him. He beat him at Sporting Lisbon. He beat him at Manchester United, even when he was off form. Pep does not know how to play him. His team is not good. Look at the table. Look at where they are. At the end of the day, it's 3-0 that they ate at the Etihad Stadium. So that's the result of that game, the Manchester Derby. Arsenal also comfortably beating Nottingham Forest. Those are the results of the last game. Champions League game, Manchester United is not good for them. Because again, Marcus Rashford gets to the Premier League, gets to England against the Premier League side, and was a deciding factor for Barca. They won by 2-0. Arsenal also won in the Champions League. As a matter of fact, Tottenham Hotspur, majority of the Premier League side, including Manchester City and Liverpool, won in the Champions League. And we had Alexander Isak making his debut in the Champions League. Also the same thing to that youngster, Raul Nguma, who also made history as the youngest player to play for Liverpool in the UEFA Champions League. This week, FIFA has also told us, you see that brouhaha between Nigeria, South Africa, Lesotho, and Rwanda and Benin Republic? We will open an investigation into that incident to decide if South Africa will get their 3 points or they will not get their 3 points. And there are also games coming up next weekend. They're coming up this weekend. So there's a lot to discuss. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of our conversation because of our time. Good evening to my guests again. And let's start our discussion. Where can we start from? Except from Ruben Amorim. Why is he not being sacked? Or do you guys think he will be sacked so soon? Because what the report is saying is that Ruben Amorim, Manchester United, they are still confident with him. They want to give him time. You think he can change Manchester United with time?
Yeah, I will. I mean, it's all about it's all about holding on to the philosophy. And I still feel like it's not. You don't have to be that adamant. You still have to know when. Football requires when you have to be flexible. So I feel like flexibility is part of the game, and that is what you should include in his tactics and in his planning for Manchester United. Because
you also think it's not about the tactics. He said we are not doing well in our box and in opposition box. You think it's part of it, or you just think it's clueless?
I don't know if I should say it's clueless, but when I look at the players that have moved out from Manchester United to other teams, they seem to be doing just fine.
And these are players he said they do not have intensity.
Even those that left before he got in, like Scott McTominay, we've seen how he was deciding factor for Napoli last season. So I feel like it's not just an Amorim thing, although Amorim has a part of the blame to take in. I feel like it's an institution kind of thing because
it looks like
because what happens to these players when they leave and then all of a sudden their mentality and
but
they
the
suddenly
United
know how
fans
to play ball.
they were confident last week that they would beat Manchester City. So what now happened?
I don't know. Football has its way of.
You talk about players. You want to add something?
Yeah, I think they are talking about them, winning Manchester City because they just saw Manchester City Brighton and they saw our Brighton boys, really roasted Manchester City after you go down to come back and get a win in that game. So Manchester United, as a big club for their pedigree, they will believe they can do something
even
miraculous.
With the mess that they are in themselves.
They don't care because it's a derby, so they believe they could go there and give a fight. So
what happened at the end of the day? Do you think they should sack Ruben Amorim?
Yeah. For me, I think I could say yes because I remember a man in Ant Postecoglou of Tottenham Hotspur that got there and keep playing island of a team. We all saw what it costed him on his job. Even though he got a trophy for them, but the club knows they can perform better than what they have on ground. Look at him right now at Nottingham Forest. 2 games, 2 losses. They are out of the Carabao Cup or thereabout right now. That shows you where a manager who refuses to learn from his mistake remains. And right now, Amorim, you keep telling the fans, this is not the problem, this is the problem. And you have not been solving the problem for them. Since the era of Fred leaving Manchester United, we all know there's a problem in that club. Cristiano Ronaldo as boss also make us to know that there's a problem. Now that you are there as a new manager, just groom with these players. Tell them they can do it. Look at the way you allow Garnacho to leave the club. Look at the way Rashford leave the club.
We talking about people that leave the club. Sorry, Shu. Will you take back Marcus Rashford?
I mean, with the way he's playing right now, he can walk into their starting 11.
You will take him back at the end of the season.
I'm not the Manchester United board.
I'm saying if you are the Manchester United board, do you think it would be a wise decision come the end of the season
not to sell him?
To take him back because he's on loan. And part of the things you complain is that there's no intensity. He likes zeal from football. And one thing we know about Barca is there are little teams who play with their intensity in Europe right now. And if he's playing in that squad,
like this, with this confidence and intensity.
Exactly, he means the intensity. Would you take him back at Manchester United when the loan hits?
I mean,
Marcus Rashford?
for the footballing reasons, I would. But, for the financial aspects, because now that he's playing again and it looks likely that he's going to the World Cup with them, if there are offers that I cannot resist for him, I will definitely cash in on him. But right now, they need a player like Rashford in their team.
Yeah, I think.
How can you need a player like Rashford?
They need the intensity.
Even in his brilliance, how can you need that kind of player and not want to take him?
I think we all know the problem of Manchester United is that some players get to the club and they saw the problem is bigger than them. It's as simple as that. Look at Joshua Zexki. He hasn't kicked any ball when he told the world that he can't play. He's not a number 9 striker. He's playing 8.5. It's a pressure that you get to a player that you see yourself as come on, girl, I can't progress.
But there's bigger pressure at Barca, which Rashford is showing.
Look at the almighty Sheshko that was just signed right now. You could literally say
is it these players or just Ruben Amorim?
It is the system in the club. You are playing a formation 3-5-2 or thereabout, whereby it is you hardly know where Amad Diallo is playing on the pitch. You hardly know where Patidogu is playing. Maybe it's a winger, maybe it's a left back. You don't even know. You hardly see the best player in the club for the past 4 years right now in the person of Bruno Fernandes. He has been struggling under this man, and this man has not even played to any player strength. Any player strength. Look at Højlund that left the club right now. He's a player who starts for Napoli, who gets goals. And what are we saying here? I think the system.
Let's compare it right now. Ruben Amorim and Erik ten Hag, who seems to be like the better manager.
They are not on the same page. They can never be on the same page.
Who is the better manager? That's what
Erik ten Hag is double of what Emmanuel has been doing for Manchester United.
Do you share that sentiment?
No, I think they are brothers cut from the same clothes. They are brothers cut from the same clothes.
Erik ten Hag.
They are both adamant in their philosophy and in their way of playing. But if I'm asked to pick one, looking at their CV and what Ten Hag did with Ajax, come on.
If we
they achieved trophy with Manchester
United Ten Hag improved some players. Mino, the likes of Garnacho, even Bruno played a bit well under him.
But under Ten Hag too, we had players that were not seen to write home.
Exactly. But tell me one player who has improved under Amorim. Just one.
Maybe Amad Diallo.
Just one. Even Amad
Diallo has been class. Diallo has been class.
Even from Erik ten Hag.
He just needed to keep mentioning too. Bruno has been class ever since.
So he just needed to grow.
Ever since. These players have been class. Nobody yet.
Oh, you mentioned Onana.
So
Onana is still performing.
For the Manchester United fans, the big question is: you guys are confident last week. I can remember telling you guys, take it gently. Take it gently. For your coach, he met with Sir Jim Ratcliffe this week, and we hear that part of the meeting is that they still give him vote of confidence.
Well,
that don't worry.
They want to go the Arsenal route.
Don't worry. Arsenal even were not this bad. If Arteta were this bad, Arsenal will have sacked him long time ago. So they said, don't worry. There's vote of confidence from the manager, Ruben Amorim. So the question is to the fans, are you guys now starting to feel impatient? Do you think it's time for the man to go, or you still believe in the project? And the man said after the defeat against Manchester City that if you want to change the system, you have to change the man. He has repeated it against this week that he does not think it's part of the tactics. He did not think it's part of is the setup, that they're not doing well in opposite boxes, and he thinks that that's what they've worked on this week, and they've spoken about it, that if they do that and some other things well, that they are good. And we are asking the $1 million question: what did the fans think? Is it the tactics or not the tactics?
I mean, he's not even wrong when he says that, because if you check the game against Arsenal, you see their problem against Arsenal was the finishing. They could have easily killed Arsenal from the beginning of the game.
I did not want to go into this.
Simple.
I did not want to go into this. But if I go into this, we keep saying they should have killed Arsenal. They should have beaten Arsenal because of the way they played. But I keep asking the question: tell me one big chance that they made that Raya had to pull up an incredible save. No, it's not like you are getting those strikers. It's not like you are getting them those chances
that's
on a platter of gold.
That's where the confusion comes in. If you cannot put off simple chances like that, you can't expect to put the big ones off.
My problem is you're not giving them simple chances. The chances that most of these strikers are seeing, I know some of them are guilty.
They should have killed it.
No,
these are chances that Haaland said. Give Haaland 10 of that.
Some of those chances are chances that goalkeepers are expected to save. And at the end of the day, when goalkeeper saves them, you now blame those strikers. I said some, not all. If you bring all of them together, I can tell you 65% of those chances, if they score your goalkeeper, then you look at the goalkeeper and say, come on, why am I paying you? Those are part of the things that Haaland will not save. Onana will not save, and they are complaining. So you want other goal? At that Arsenal game, let's take it as an example. One chance that you think Raya made an incredible save, just one. Off the back of your head, you cannot think about anyone.
They were straight shots.
Exactly. Probably from outside the box.
Yes.
So you're telling them to pull up a miracle. It's not like the system got us great chance on a platter of gold that, come on, you should be scoring this as a striker. No, that's the thing. And it talks about the opposite box. Come on, guys. You keep considering set pieces. There is nothing that your defensive, if the setup is not good, you keep considering set pieces. That's just the way it is. But let's leave it to the fans. Let them get to share their thoughts. United fans, you guys were so confident last week. Now, you have the chance. How are you feeling right now with your club side? Do you think Amorim should go? Or what do you think is the problem? Let's quickly talk about games coming up tomorrow. Liverpool against Everton, Merseyside derby, 12:30 p.m. That's the first game. Brighton, Tottenham Hotspur, Burnley, Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Crystal Palace, Wolves, Leeds United, Manchester United, Chelsea, Fulham, Brentford. Those are the top games tomorrow in the Premier League. And also on Sunday, you have Bournemouth, Newcastle, Sunderland, Aston Villa, and the big one, Arsenal and Manchester City. Let's talk about this big one briefly before we start taking the messages. Don't forget you can send the messages on WhatsApp. We start by taking in WhatsApp messages. Arsenal, Manchester City. Focus is on Arsenal, Manchester City right now. Both teams won in the Champions League. And for Manchester City, after that big win against Manchester United, and knowing what Arsenal did to them last season at the Emirates Stadium, that 5-1 whipping, you think the citizens will be coming this time around and they will want to make a statement? The revenge is on the air. Can they get the revenge at Emirates Stadium?
I don't think so. I don't think City are walking into this game with the confidence they used to have against Arsenal back in those days. No. They are not working.
Let's start from who do we think is the favorite, City or Arsenal?
Looking at it, the Arsenal at home, I will say Arsenal.
Yeah, I think I'll go City, because we forgot suddenly after a year that it's between the boss and the training. being person of
Mikel
Arteta. But suddenly
for more than a year, ever since Arteta got the job, the Arsenal Manchester City tie has always been
the first year of his on the job, it was a
it was a bonanza. They have always been
the first meeting of Guardiola and Arteta, it was maybe 3-1 or 4-1 in favor of Guardiola.
I'm not talking about in terms of the results
even
now.
Arteta won
I'm
that.
talking
Arteta
about
was the semi-final, which you won, and they got to the final.
And with the FA Cup,
and
they've always
that
been
was
showing
probably
it.
their first
And there were games under Arteta that Arsenal looked good, but they didn't win the game. There were games like that too. So it has always been Arteta trying to prove to Guardiola that, okay, yes, you trained me, but
I'm better than you.
Yes, I know what I am doing with what you taught me.
Has he shown that he's better than Pep?
Not better than Pep, but he has showed us that yes, I can step into that boot.
I think we have to give him some years where we are also complaining about being on the job for 4 years now without giving us a trophy. Fighting for second position.
You think Arteta can step into Pep Guardiola's boot? Has he shown enough that yes, I can fit into Pep Guardiola's boot?
Yes, tactical-wise, yes, but and also the team he has turned Arsenal to be right now is, you can probably say that Arsenal is one of the best teams in the world right now because the way they solidify their defense, their goalkeeping aspect, they are going forward. I think everything works for Arsenal.
Nobody, not just Manchester City now. I don't think there's a team in Europe that can say, okay, we are going to Arsenal or Arsenal is coming to us, and it's going to be a walk in the park.
Probably Barca.
Because they haven't faced in couples of years ago.
And yes, that's because they've not faced. So I feel like even when the tie eventually comes, maybe in the Champions League or friendlies or something, but hopefully in the Champions League, Barca too cannot look at Arsenal the same way they used to look at Arsenal.
But you think Arsenal are the favourite against City?
Against City, yes.
And for me, don't forget what happened after that first leg, where at the time Pep Guardiola was saying football is not a do or die affair, because you can see how Thomas Partey run into Rodri that got him 6 months or thereabout injury that he was having, and right now Rodri is back.
And that's what we are saying. Do you think City will be coming back
with revenge?
They want to get a revenge. Can they get that revenge?
It is difficult at Emirates, but if you get things working for you, you could get revenge.
Because Owen said with a victory right there at the Emirates Stadium, they might be putting themselves back into contention, saying, hey, we are still here for the Premier League title.
Yeah, I think some players in Manchester City are now, increasing the pedal in person of Doku. I think he has improved in recent weeks. At
least in the last 2 games.
Even for the Belgian national team as well.
No, let's see George with the last 2 games. Let's see George with the last 2 games.
This was in the month of September. He's tag pad, and we could say, okay, is Rodri reborn? Maybe if he comes back with his A game, doing those movements, assists, and whatever he has improved on in the recent weeks, Guardiola boys will have an edge over Arsenal, because to say Rodri is back, January and does, and anybody that pairs them in the middle of the park with Almighty Haaland, that's the player that you have to mention with Almighty. Even though Arsenal have been humbling him over the last 2 years, after him telling Arteta to be humble or the players to be humble, over the last 2 years he has been humbled as well. Maybe he also knows that in his head that this team has been a difficult side that have not been scoring for the past 2-3 games.
And he will be coming to want to make a
point. And with his form, scoring 5 goals in a game for Norway, getting 2 goals in Premier League, still back-to-back, a goal or 2 goals, I think he's going to come back to Emirates and he's going to make a statement. And when players are trying to make statements with the celebration in goals, you could pass a message to the fans. So for me, I think it will be a good game to see on Sunday. But for me, I'm towing in love Manchester City because Pep Guardiola has always been my man forever.
You take Manchester City win.
In all of this you are saying, Arsenal too has a statement to make.
What's the statement?
This is a Arteta especially, because he has shown that in one of the big games against Liverpool he didn't win that game, although they were not bad, but still it's the points that really matters. They didn't walk away with the game with the points.
We should stop saying you played the big games, you played well, you didn't get the result, you are not bad. Manchester United against Arsenal, Manchester United play better. Manchester United
so if you did not get the result, you did not get.
You're not just cynical. Newcastle Barcelona yesterday, it was intense to the extent of the first 20 minutes. Newcastle could have been 2-0. But Barcelona get back to the game and they get things done. Sometimes football comes by you, showing the quality you have. Manchester City, Arsenal, in the recent years now, Arsenal has been doing better. But in the past days that we know, Manchester City is the best. And maybe they are back in the best, we don't know. That match will be a testimony for Manchester City Football Club.
But you think Manchester City will win?
Definitely.
I'm looking at Manchester City this season, and they've not, it's just like we said last week, they've not been consistent. We looked at that last season.
They've not showed us their best level. That's what you will say.
Yes.
But Arsenal have not also showed us their own best level this season.
No. Arsenal has been, they lost the only game they lost.
Does Arsenal have a best level?
Yes, Arsenal have their best level.
Does Arsenal have a best level? You say, come on. Have they been showing trophy for that? You cannot be having best level without a trophy. You have to have the best level, increase it to that level, and have a trophy. I think. Don't forget that Pep Guardiola has the worst season of his career last season. Pep Guardiola had the worst season of his career last season, and he finished third. The same point with Just Now Football Club. What are we saying?
0913-655-6864. Let's go back. Let's go into taking reactions. Phone line is 0913-655-6952. That's the phone line. But WhatsApp is 0913-655-6864. Don't forget, guys. For the Manchester United fan, you can get to talk about Ruben Amorim. And if Amorim is the problem of your club side, he has talked about it's not the tactics, that we need to do things better in our box and also in the box of the opposition, that is scoring goals and stopping goals. He's talked about that and some phases of the game. And he thinks it's not the tactics. And he said, so if you want to change the tactics, you have to change the man. 0913-655-6864. This one said, good evening, the Sport Pundit. I think Manchester United is bigger team for Ruben Amorim. Since he was appointed the coach of Manchester United, the club is deteriorating at a fast rate. Said apart from his tactics, his management is very poor. I suggest the earlier he is sacked, the best for the club. Mr. Samuel from Airport Road. Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel, for your contribution. Peter Barnabas, you can also join us on Facebook, Diamond 887 FM. Peter Barnabas also saying well done to the guys in the studio. 0913-655-6864. That's the number to send messages to us on WhatsApp, and to call is 0913-655-6952. Now, guys, quickly, there's really a lot to talk about. I hope I'll be able to take that and also start taking calls, both of them together. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. I mean,
your name and where you're calling from?
This Samuel from Tanke.
Samuel from Tanke. Good evening to you, Samuel. Quickly, Samuel, share your contribution.
I'm a Mayu fan, and I think for Amorim, Mayu needs to give him more time to settle down his philosophy. It's a matter of time.
Like what do you think is the time they should give him? Is it 1 month, 1 year, 2 years?
No, like they should give him the whole season, because they should give him the whole season. Even if he should fail, they should give him the whole season, because the club itself, the management and the whole staff of this club are failed. So if you look at what's actually happened in the transfer window, if you know that they are not ready to put on the competition this season, so they are not ready. Look at the couples of transfers that Arsenal and Liverpool, you cannot even compare it to Man City they've made, but they only made 3 transfers. So they are not sure. They should just give it the whole season to settle so that they can gel together. We are looking up. I'm a Man U fan, and for me, I'm optimistic, but I'm not putting up my hope for any trophy this season. But as a matter of time, I believe we will get to our very best.
Thank you very much. An hopeful Manchester United fan. The Manchester United fan, that's Samuel from Tanke. He's hopeful that the club can get itself back to where it used to be. But he said, give Ruben Amorim time, probably to the end of the season. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, I'm Mr. Isa from Ilorin.
Mr. Isa from Ilorin, good evening to you. Let's quickly share your thoughts with us.
Yes, I am Man U fan.
Man U fan.
Yes, I want to make, last week we had confidence that we will win.
Exactly.
But the moment we saw the lineup, but our confidence failed. Because there are players that are not supposed to be there. What Ugarte doing there? What Luxor doing there?
But they are Manchester United players.
Yes, of course. When we have people like Bezzi is a Manchester United player, Maguire is Manchester United player, Leno is Manchester United player, they are all on the bench. So the moment we saw this lineup, we know that you can't use this lineup to beat Man City. So our confidence fails. So if you give us good lineup tomorrow, we have confidence. If we see repeat what he did last Sunday, we have no confidence.
Do you think they should sack him?
As for Man City and Arsenal, I am giving it to Man City.
Giving it to Manchester City.
Look at that Man City goalkeeper. I don't see anyone that will score in his hands. You watch the game tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Mr. Issa.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr.
I give
Issa.
the match to Man City. I give the match to Man City.
He's giving the match to Manchester City.
Let me
He thinks nobody can beat Donnarumma. Okay.
Let me reply, Mr. Issa.
Okay.
Arsenal
Arsenal
goalkeepers.
fans and the way they are hot.
No.
Reply him.
He said nobody can score against Donnarumma now with the way he is. And I want to reply him that this season, Raya has only considered just one goal.
But he has not faced Haaland.
Okay. I just want to remind him. That's just what I want to remind him.
But he faced Szoboszlai, and I've replied to you. He faced Szoboszlai.
He has faced
I think Mr. United fans just know
Forget Šeško.
They need to understand something.
Is the shadow of himself.
They need to understand something that Daniel Schwartz was signed for maybe 5 months or thereabouts.
And he was sacked.
And
this is the man that revived Newcastle.
And another case study of Barcelona. Xavi Hernandez won Barcelona the league. And he said it to the press that this team cannot compete with Real Madrid.
And they sacked him. And that's the same
and
thing
this is the man saying
in Europe.
this Amorim is saying you need to change the man. Is it the player or the man in charge? Maybe he has been seeing the end of the future. I mean the end of the career in Manchester. And we are, as we are seeing, if they didn't relegate, they will still be at the bottom 5. Because don't sorry to say, this is a side that lost to the third tier team, Grimsby Town.
You think Manchester United will be in the bottom half of the table come the end of the season?
Well, yes, with the way they are going, with this pace that they are going, it looks like that.
It looks like they will be in
Barcelona
the bottom
has improved their squad from when Xavi was there.
It's almost the same.
They sacked him.
No, tell me one person they bought.
They've improved their defense.
Tell me one person they bought. That is not there yet.
They replaced this their German goalkeeper.
He was injured.
That's just
last season with Szczesny. He was injured
because the Stegen was injured.
He was injured.
Are you Ter Stegen was injured?
He was injured last season.
We saw the whole drama that happened beginning of this season.
I said he was injured last season. He had ACL last season. He started the season. He had ACL last season. Szczesny actually retired. And he was brought back from retirement.
Deadline day.
Yeah, not deadline day.
And that's the squad.
During the season.
And that's the squad Xavi Hernandez said they can't compete.
Exactly. And he got them working again.
And they got to semi-final of Champions League.
So for Manchester United, probably.
No, I mean, I'm not supporting Manchester United.
Good evening, sir. Amorim is the big problem to Manchester United. This is, I think that's Owolewa from Offa Garage. He said Amorim, that man, is the big problem of the club Manchester United. 0913-655-6864. That's the WhatsApp number to send your message on, and to call us is 0913-655-6952. Let's talk about other games that are coming. We have a lot to really talk about. And let's talk about Chelsea. They play Manchester United. But before we talk about Chelsea, let's pay the bills. Let's go on this quick commercial break. We'll come back from the commercial break. And guys, we'll come back to taking a whole lot of your calls as they are coming in as messages. And hopefully, we can get to talk about Chelsea and complete the show. You're still listening to Diamond Sport Fun Zone on Diamond 88.7 FM. Quick commercial break. We will be back.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one with your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe.
Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Welcome back from that quick commercial break. You see Diamond Sport Fun Zone on Diamond 88.7 FM, your shiny supreme radio station. We're just talking about Manchester United's situation and the words of Ruben Amorim after losing to Manchester City 3-0, saying that if you want to change the tactics, you have to change the manager. Should Manchester United sack him at this point in time? And he said it's not about the tactics, that it's about them just improving in some sections. We also talk about the Manchester City Arsenal game coming up tomorrow. The fact that Arsenal defeated Manchester City last season by 5-1. Who is the favorite for that game? Sean thinks it's Manchester City. Tisha thinks it's Arsenal. That Arsenal are the favorite. Sean also thinks that Manchester City, they would win. Because beating them 5-1 last season, they have a point to prove. Why T-shirt thinks Arsenal also have a point to prove. You can share your own contribution. Who do you think is the favorite between both clubs? 0913-655-6952 is the number to call. To send messages on WhatsApp is 0913-655-6864. Let's see if I can get this message. Again, this one says, well done guys in the studio. My name is Abdul Ganil. Amorim is a coach I've ever seen in my life. I guess he's talking about what the man is saying and him not wanting to bend his tactics. Thank you very much, Abdul Ganil, for your contribution. Manchester United fans not seems to be in a good mood right now. Jamie Carragher is talking about what Arsenal is doing and the fact that, I say Arsenal, Chelsea, what Chelsea is doing, and with the fact that Chelsea, they didn't win against Bayern Munich and their game coming up today. But let's quickly go back to calls. Thank you very much, hello, good. Hello. Fans not seems to. If you can, please call us back. By the way, the number to call still remains the same: 0913-655-6952. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, all the guys in the studio.
Good evening to you. Your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Ajayi Joshua from GRA.
Ajayi Joshua from GRA. Good evening to you.
Yes. Yeah, good evening, sir. They're not supposed to sack the coach, Man U coach. They don't need it. Determination depends on those players. I've always seen it. You know, if you see what their match against, Man City have determination. So all those boys, it's left to them. And then against Man City, and then Arsenal will win them. Arsenal will beat them.
Arsenal will beat them.
Arsenal will win.
Arsenal will win. Thank you very much for your contribution. He thinks Arsenal are the favorite to win that game. Thank you very much. Let's quickly talk about Chelsea. Jamie Carragher says Chelsea has spent £2 billion, but they are not closer to the top team. In fact, he says Chelsea are worse off than they were under Thomas Tuchel. Is it right?
They are worse off than how they started.
Than what they were under Thomas Tuchel.
Then who says the word? Jamie Carragher? Is that not? The player who had more own goals in his career than whatever
he's a defender. He's a defender. He's not Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's look at it. Is it right that this Chelsea are worse off than under Tuchel? Because don't forget,
I don't think so.
Under Tuchel they won the Champions League.
They've won the Conference League and the Club World Cup. They beat the holders of the Champions League.
But what about the team that finished in the semi-final, quarter-final of the Champions League? We saw the way Bayern.
How many years of Tuchel of Maresca on the job? How many years?
I think this is
second year.
Tuchel came in half season and won the Champions League.
Tuchel that has the fluke.
And what happened? What happened the following
Chelsea with the Champions League.
What happened in his second season?
He got sacked because he was not proven.
Because he finished.
Because the previous season was a fluke one.
No, he was well on the table when he got sacked.
Yeah.
He was still top. It was
top 10.
Top 10, yeah.
8?
Top 10, top.
And Ruben Amorim has finished 15. You say you should give him time.
If
Todd Bowley could sack someone mid-season because he stinks.
But Carragher was saying,
you spent $2 billion.
Carragher was saying
and you can't compete against Bayern.
Carragher was saying Tuchel's team is better than Maresca team.
Are they not better? They won the Champions League.
Is a capital no?
You think this Maresca team is better than the Tuchel team that won the Champions League?
Definitely.
I would not say.
Definitely, because the first season of Maresca, he finished third.
When it comes to individual talent, yes, they've reduced. But they still have the trophies. You said it now that football is result oriented. They have 2 trophies to show for it.
Two advanced season trophies.
Don't say that. Don't say that. They have a badge right now.
Who are they playing? Who are they playing in the conference?
They have a badge right now.
They beat PSG.
That is the pride, right?
That's why I will agree with you that they beat Real Betis in the Conference League. They beat PSG in the Club World Cup.
Champions League.
They beat PSG in the Club World Cup.
Take away from Chelsea Football Club. There's a badge right now that is not a birthright badge. You work for it, and that's World Cup.
For that advanced position,
it's only Real Madrid Football Club that has the privilege of having that sort badge. For now, maybe the next 4 years, another club will have it. For me, Chelsea Football Club right now, and under Thomas Tuchel, I think in 2 seasons assessment, Maresca team is better because last season he finished 4th. This season now, maybe he will still get 4th. Maybe.
And you think that team that keep finishing 4th
is
better?
It should. Chelsea should be another 4th.
You think he will not finish 4th? Where do you think Chelsea will finish?
I don't know.
They should be another 4th. It's taken for them.
Below 4th. Yes.
You think they'll finish below 4th?
No. They won't replace them. Who? After Manchester City, Arsenal,
My God!
I
Let's
guess.
leave this to the fans, by the way. I will leave this to the fans. I would not say anything. Chelsea fans, what do you guys think? You think your team is better than where they were under Thomas Tuchel? You think Maresca's
See,
team...
now they are even fifth.
Yes,
Currently, they
now,
are fifth.
You think
Yes.
Maresca's team is better than Thomas Tuchel's team?
So,
Or where do you think Chelsea will finish? Tuchel thinks Chelsea will finish outside
come on.
the top 4.
Tottenham, they've improved their game. Manchester City are not stopping anytime soon. Well, Newcastle, they are
So
sort
you
of...
think Tottenham will finish ahead of Chelsea? No problem.
Most definitely.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good evening. My name is Shegun from Tanke.
Shegun from Tanke. Good evening to you, Shegun.
Good evening. See, my brother, thank you for the good job you guys are doing. Just a quick one. You see Manchester United? We've not seen anything yet. You are still going to see more and more of that.
More what? More heartbreak.
Yeah, thank you very much. I like that. Yeah, that's it. Much more of heartbreak. Because can you remember when Manchester United do not have extra time at all? When it's extra time and they've not scored a goal, nothing is showing, no ball. During Michael Owen's time, the causes are now manifesting. So they should sit back and relax.
So karma is happening.
Yes. Then Chelsea na lucky charm. The owner now, I don't know, probably we should check the issue of his business. I'm sure he's a very lucky man, and that's why he's just getting lucky. Don't be surprised. The top 4 guys are talking about, I'm sure he's going to be 5th or 6th. Down is sure.
Chelsea
by
5th
luck
or
or by
6th.
crook. Yes, they have the squad.
Thank you very much, by the way.
You now see, sorry, please take your time. Arsenal and Manchester City. We all know Manchester City is not there yet. From our local. Haaland is doing good and everything, but when you meet a team that the synergy is good, I'm telling you they're going to trash Manchester City.
You think Arsenal will trash Manchester City?
Of course. Thank you so much and keep the good work. Thank you so much for sacrificing your time for us. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You see, Arsenal for a couple of seasons, it takes a lot for you to break them down. It takes a lot for you to break them. I saw a quote by an Arsenal fan that said, under Arteta, for Arteta's philosophy is either I create a chance or you don't. So it takes a lot for you to break them down. And I'm looking at that Arsenal team. I'm looking at the way their defense is set up. Their attack is starting to pick up from, because they've added depth to the attack. So I'm still a bit critical on the attack. But you see that defense can stand the test of time. I am sure of that.
Where are those defense against Paris Saint-Germain?
What?
Against Paris Saint-Germain.
Where are those defense?
So you're telling me that Arsenal was not the better team again in that PSG time?
I still I've corrected you over and over.
No, yes, I understand that football is... No, I understand that football is a...
after the 90 minutes.
Come on, I didn't just start watching football yesterday. I understand that if you did not get the 3 points in football or in any sport, if you did not come out with the win, whatever happens in the win is nobody's excuse. We want you to come out with the W. That is what we want. But again, you cannot now still take away the fact that, yes, in this game, things happen that I might be better than you in the game, and then you end up winning the game. That happens. But don't take that away from us now.
Good evening. The other guy is living in dreamland. How on earth does he think Manchester City will win at Emirates?
I don't
seriously.
If it was at Manchester City's house.
I like his faith. Emmanuel Afolanyo from Surulere.
If it was at Manchester City's house, I would have been skeptical about this tie. But Arsenal at home at Emirates against Manchester City.
If it was at Etihad Stadium, would you think Manchester City will win?
I'm thinking a draw for Arsenal. If it was.
But you think City cannot pick a draw at Emirates?
I'm not saying it. Not right now.
But you think Arsenal can pick a draw at Etihad?
Yes.
Dreamland accepted with my full chest. This is what Chelsea Football Club was saying on Tuesday night. That Bayern Munich will not do anything special on that day. They're going to come to the party.
Come on.
They're going to make it hard for them.
Arsenal is different from Chelsea Football Club.
When they get to the party, they size. Newcastle Football Club was talking tough before they play Barcelona.
You cannot.
And after the game, they see. Let me tell you this.
Arsenal are not just talking. Arsenal fans are not just saying all of this based off of no evidence. That's the only thing you can take away from Arsenal when it comes to the field.
I say there's evidence.
Guys, it's okay. It's okay.
Trophy is the evidence we want to see in Premier League. Pep Guardiola turned the leagues to farmer leagues.
That is what is happening with Manchester United right now.
It's okay.
They are way worse, but you keep saying yes. Okay, it is. They won the Carabao Cup, they won the FA Cup. At least they won the trophy, and they were getting worse by the day. Is this not how you build on success? Come on, tell me how you build on success. If it is not what Arsenal is doing, come on. Let's not take this away from Arsenal because they've not won trophy in years. So in teams in Europe, if you are counting 10 teams in Europe, I don't think you will get to number 10 before you say that, okay, yes, these are the teams that are better than Arsenal.
And Manchester is ahead of Arsenal.
That is what I am telling you, that you cannot.
I didn't know ahead of Arsenal.
But against this style,
success.
He said, fans like you said the same thing against Real Madrid.
It's okay, Tishe. We need to go, by the way. We need to go. Let's quickly round off with this message. This one says, what will Benson say before? He wouldn't want us to qualify for top 4, but you didn't drop your name and where you are sending your message from. He's just actually sharing his own opinion. About
I'm looking
Chelsea.
at Tottenham and I'm seeing them coming from that.
Thank you very much, guys, for obviously joining us on the show. Thank you to my brothers in the studio. And hopefully next week we'll get a chance to do our top 4 prediction in the Premier League. The reason why I've not done this on this show is because I want us to finish with the transfer window. I want the teams to play some number of games so that we can judge your level and judge what you are giving to us before December. So next week we'll get to obviously give you what our own top 4 prediction is in the Premier League without them shown us. And don't forget, we'll also get the chance to change that prediction in January after we finish that transfer window in January. But we'll get our top 4 prediction next week. Thank you very much, guys, for being a part of the show today. Thank you to my colleagues once more for being a part of the show. Don't forget, guys, it's TGRF. It's Happy Friday on your Shining Supreme station, Diamond 88.7 FM. Have a lovely weekend. Goodbye.